situation for Snute.
See you in a second.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ting Open. Currently, we have subscribers in chat fighting against the Ting representative, Jesse. And apparently our subscribers are winning, which is a good feeling. Maybe not for Jesse, though. Rip. Game number 2 in this best of 3 underway. Spawning on the top left side of the map. He's Red, he's Zerg. Playing for Team Liquid, it's Snute.
Not canceling that guess.
No.
In the bottom right, as the green Zerg, he is Elazer.
He may be taking the Bly School of Zergonomics.
Which is?
Go hard and win.
The Bly School of Economics is you don't need economy at all.
Not economics, Zergonomics. Okay.
Sorry, Zergonomics is that you don't need Zerg economics at all.
Pretty much, it's that you use the 1414 and don't give up until you win.
Hey, well, it might work. Snoots, as we talked about last series with him, that we cast him, is just not generally as a cheesy player, you know? Whereas if it's Bly, Elazer's got this in the back of his mind all the time. So Elazer does go for a fairly greedy opener. He goes Hatch, Gas, Pool. And this is going to be tough to take no damage from. I don't know if he's just going to straight up lose. That spool, oh, damn it, the spawning pool is pretty late, but this is going to give a lot of opportunity for Snute to do things right and actually get a fairly considerable lead, especially with that ling speed. He doesn't actually go for the Baneliness, so it's not the complete all-in, but the ling speed does give you a lot of control, even if this doesn't do exactly what you wanted with the first wave of lings, which he is, of course, hiding for now.
I'm really unsure how this will go. Like, Snoot's not going to come in here with a crazy distinctive advantage, but he is going to have speed and a lot of lings. And speed versus non-speed, it doesn't actually, you know, there's no plus damage benefit from this, but it does give you the ability to control your fights and maybe dart past lings around to the main or what have you. If there's a Baneling nest behind this, you're like, okay, Snoot, you're up to some crazy shit, and good luck, have fun to your opponent, but it's not the case.
Elazer, like, this is waiting an awful long time, but it is just only now figured out, by the way, as the Overlord saw the timing on the hatchery, in fact.
Yeah, I think that's what triggered him to go.
Yeah, there goes the lings, and speed just finished up too at that timing, so that's why Elazer planted down the Spine Crawler. He was already planning on getting a Baneling Nest. That was, I think, just like, I was going to get it anyway, so the Spine Crawler is really what he's hoping that helps to buy time until he can get Banelings, as his own speed is quite late. But this attacked so late, and Elazer ended up being so ready that I am worried that Snute is not going to get very much from this, and he is down 8 workers.
He's going to kill a lot of lings, though, so while these lings choke into this, like, well, he can't push up, neither can Elazer push out, and he has to pull the drones back, because he was bleeding them out in that mineral line. Snute's lings, though, are starting to bully through, and that Baneling isn't going to get to hatch.
Oh, I actually spoke too soon. Like, the Baneling's not hatching right there, the Queen popping out and then immediately dying. Things are looking up for this build as now Snute takes the drone lead.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, at this point, as long as he doesn't, you know, completely throw away these Zerglings for nothing, there won't be the immediate danger of a counterattack. Snute should be able to trade out well enough that he won't have to worry about making 100 lings back at home. Taking the lead in drones, but only barely. Keep in mind, he is making more lings behind this in his own Baneling nest. Baneling on the ramp will clean this up for Elazer.
Yeah,
so
he wants that last Baneling. Get it.
He wants it, but Elazer is going to be starting to push it across the map, so he may just give it to him. Baneling's not ready to go for Snute, but he does have a ton of Zerglings to work with, and with good control, he should be able to take a fight off of Elazer. He does actually try and sneak around, but the Overlord saw that, and hopefully Snute doesn't take too much away from home.
So things have really quite evened up here. We have Elazer now a little bit ahead in the drones, a little bit behind in the army. The Queens are both distracted for either one.
This Baneling could be really important. Snute is diving in. Oh, this is a lot of lings.
The single lings and be able to get some scouting, I guess. Not very helpful.
All the single lings. All the single lings.
Snute's continuing to go into lings, however, which is once again... Ooh, that was nice.
That was very nice.
Once again, putting him back in the drones, behind in the drones. Elazer's going to try and seek out a Roach Warren. If he gets Roach, it's going to be so easy to defend on 2 bases, especially. Third base gets a little more questionable, but 2 base, he can actually wall off that ramp if he gets enough Roaches.
By the way, update on the score. It would appear Ting Jesse is actually down, but he's actually only down by it's 1-2 against our subscribers. So he's actually managed to win a game, looking to tie it up with whatever he's playing next. So good luck to everybody competing in the Take on Jesse challenge. Remember, this stuff's being recorded, guys, so be nice when you fight him. Alright, so coming across the map, he's going to scout to see a lot of banelings at the top of that ramp. That's a little bit scary. Roach is now on the way. And for Snute, hopefully he doesn't get caught too much on this baneling tech. I mean, he doesn't have a Roach Warren of his own. He doesn't have the gases to make a layer and start getting mutas. If he's playing to win the game with this push, and it kind of feels like a little bit like he is, this is not going to be easily done. Elazer does have some very nice defense set up.
Yeah, and now the roaches are out. They can definitely help tank some of those baneling shots and maybe just snipe them down too. And Snute will not have roaches on the backside, so this has got to at least buy all out of time.
Ooh,
he wants the queen. It doesn't even get it.
I don't know if that was a misclick or on purpose, but he ended up just screwing through all the banelings into that one queen. She didn't even die for it. Scouting the roaches is definitely disheartening. He's going to need to start a spine crawler or two, I feel, but he doesn't have the money for it because he's just invested in more lings.
It is still slow roaches, and there weren't that many, and Elazer looks like he's going to go ahead and take the other third. So Snute will not die to a counterattack. It's not something that Elazer wanted to, I guess, bank on. He's going to try and bring it back in the macro. I mean, they've been flip-flopping on the drone leads here, and Snute right now has the drone lead, but is, of course, significantly down in that army supply. But with Lings on the field, he can certainly try and get a cancel. Elazer's well aware. Started to move most of his army up there. Then moves a little bit away. If he micros this, he could try and get a cancel. Like so. Snoot's own third is being taken to the same exact location, and it's the handful of Lings from Elazer going to try and cancel that in return. There's nothing for Snoot to stop it. Banelings are coming over here, but they're too slow. And Lazer's moving across the map. Oh, he is. That's a lot of roaches.
It's also getting to that point where the gold bases, they're not mined out, they're not in danger of mining out soon, but in the next couple of minutes, these players are going to rely on those thirds. Snute with some Ravagers might not be too bad. We've talked about this before, where they can kite roaches that have no speed. Range combined with their own speed is not too bad. But still a tough situation. Snoot's supply block through this.
Oh yeah, that's quite bad, as Lazer's really putting a lot into this. A lot of Lings to reinforce. They are coming across the map right now. Snute, that supply block, oh my god, it's so painful. That loses them game. That is the worst feeling, but it looks like he'll be able to hold off for now.
Yeah, the deflect was good. For Elazer, he didn't want to dedicate because he knows about the advantage Ravagers have over Roaches. And Snute, this was a pretty expensive investment to go for the Ravagers like this, and definitely part of why he got supply blocked. But unfortunately, I think he's also going to lose his third again while this goes on.
That might be healthy enough to stop the Lings from getting a cancel. Or not. More Lings come in here too.
He's already behind. The base actually finished for his opponent. He tried to do a counterattack while this went on. Does get the cancel, so at least it's not a kill. But knowing that Elazer has this gold base down is certainly disheartening because there's nothing he can actually do about it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Crank, by the way. Thank you for the host. Hello. Crank's viewers. Moshi Moshi. Hope you guys are doing well. By the way, I know everyone speaks English. I just do that all the time.
The income was surprisingly in Snoot's favor the slightest bit for a while, but now is really starting to jump up for Elazer here with that gold base, and it's another cancel on Snoot's gold. He's got it all in,
just take the natural, or not the natural, the non-gold. I feel like there's a lot of desperation for the gold right now, but truth be told, we've actually seen a lot better economy come from having that natural base mining for longer, or sorry, the third base mining for longer than the gold base.
I think if you did it with the first cancel on the gold, I would be like, yeah, that's, maybe you just take it to the long game. But having to cancel it so many times, just any third in general was a necessity. He's banking a lot of minerals, so he really can't all in with everything that he has. He will have enough minerals to make a hatchery while he attacks. But this attack is not any stronger than Elazer's defense. The armor supply is still in favor of Elazer 2 and up 11 drones.
I mean, Snoot's desire to go for the all-in is understandable. Maybe he takes a good fight. I mean, we saw it with Hydra, amongst many others, Violet, and so forth. Like, these fights can still be very awkward and not figured out very well. Snoot's drone count, though, lacks his... everything is on the line for this. He's got to take this fight well, and he's going to sit in the Corrosive Biles, moves out the last second. Oh, very nicely done. The Roach Concave starting to look a little bit better for Elazer. That army supply really picking up, and Snute is, of course, already on his last life for this.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be tap out time for Snoots, who is just way far down in that supply.
Same time, congratulations to Elazer. Takes the 2-0 and will move on to the group stage of the Ting Open.
Nicely done.
But Snute fans, don't worry.